Are missiles now lighting up the Gulf skies as the UAE faces what could be its most serious threat yet tonight? With air defense systems scrambling into action, are interceptors locked in a high-stakes battle against incoming strikes overhead? As alerts intensify, is the UAE confronting one of the most dangerous aerial assaults it has seen in recent times? With the UAE Defense Ministry confirming it is actively responding, is this a full-scale missile and drone attack unfolding in real time? The Ministry of Defense said, and I quote, "The UAE's air defenses are currently dealing with missile and drone attacks originating from Iran." The Ministry of Defense confirms that the sounds heard in scattered areas of the country are the result of the UAE's air defense systems intercepting ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and drones. UAE air defenses systems are actively engaging with missiles and UAV threats. MOD asserts that the sounds heard across the country are the result of ongoing engaging operations of missiles and UAVs. End quote. The escalation began earlier when Fujairah's critical oil zone was engulfed in flames under still unexplained attack. As Abu Dhabi accuses Iran of targeting the site, Tehran firmly denied any role in the incident. With Iran countering that US adventurism is to blame, Washington is now being drawn directly into the controversy. Was this part of a broader pattern, after reports that a UAE state-linked oil tanker was also targeted at sea? On May 4th, Abu Dhabi alleged its state-owned oil tanker was attacked by Iranian drones in Strait of Hormuz. As tensions spike, US President Donald Trump is now demanding that Iran effectively concede under mounting pressure. And with a stark warning delivered publicly, Trump's message is aimed directly at Mujtaba Khamenei, signaling a sharper escalation.
Can I ask you about Iran, Mr. President?
Yes.
They've fired at U.S. ships several times in the last 24 hours. What do they need to do to violate the ceasefire?
Well, you'll find out, because I'll let you know. They know what to do, and they know what to do. They know what not to do, more importantly, actually. And, they fired them in little boats with pea shooters, the pea shooters, little boat with little, why? Because they don't have any boats anymore. Their Navy is comprised of, they call them little boats,
fast
right?
Boats or little boats.
And they're fast, yeah. They're so fast that they had 8 of them and they're all gone. And they're fast, but they're not fast like a missile. A missile is slightly faster. They're all gone, so they're looking around for little boats to try and compete with our great Navy. We have a Navy that's unbelievable. We set up a blockade, as you know very well. Not one ship. A couple tried, and they got their engine shot out. You remember? I think it was it was a great display. A ship wanted to go through, break the blockade. They were warned not to. And then they were warned again by a young Annapolis captain of the ship with a great look, central casting. These people are central casting, I'll tell you. And he said, don't do it. Then he said, evacuate your engine room with this unbelievable loudspeaker that goes over water. He said, you have 10 seconds. And then from 4 miles with one bullet,
Gun.
it went right into the engine. And Gary, the ship stopped very quickly. They hit the engine with one shot. It wasn't a missile. They don't want to waste a missile on it. It's too easy. And we had another one at 2000, one of the biggest ships in the world. They were warned, and he said, go back now, go back right now. You will be shot at within 10 seconds. Yes, I am going back to Iran. I am going back. And that was the end of that. Right? He went. It took him 10 miles to turn. The ship was so big, but they respect us. They didn't used to respect us, but they respect us more than we've ever been respected.
You said recently that if Iranians were armed, they could take over their regime. Do you plan to arm them soon?
Well, I don't want to say that, but yeah, people say, why aren't they protesting? They want to protest, but they don't have any guns. So you can have 200,000 people protesting and have 5 or 6 sick people with guns, and when they start shooting them right between the eyes, and you see a guy fall and another one fall, and you have no guns, very few people would be able to stand there and do it. I understand it. I tell them not to. Don't forget, they killed 42,000 people last month. 42,000 unarmed protesters. They have no guns. So they had a 250,000 people crowd, and they had snipers. They had like 4 or 5 snipers in buildings up high. And you're standing there, and all of a sudden the guy on your left goes down, in somebody. That's what happened with the women protest. They had 200,000 women protesting a year ago, and everyone thought that was the end of Iran. And then all of a sudden, a woman dropped dead with a bullet right there, always right there. Then another woman dropped, and then the word started to spread, and then there was panic, and then they ran, and so I don't want that to happen. We don't need that, we don't need it. But the only reason that they want to protest so badly, but they don't have weapons. Yep. Their currency is worthless. Their inflation is probably 150%. The real number is 150%. They aren't paying their soldiers. They can't pay their soldiers. The money is worthless. No, they should do the smart thing, They should do the smart thing, and because we don't want to go in and kill people. We really don't. I don't want to. It's too tough. Great people. I know the people. I have so many Iranian friends from New York and from other places over the years. They're great people. I don't want to kill those guys. By the way, other presidents should have done this. 47 years they've been toying with these stupid people. In many cases, stupid people. This should have been done by Obama. He went the other way. He was giving them cash. He sent plane loads of Boeing 757, took the seats out, and put green cash, 1.7 billion in the plane. Every bank in Virginia, D.C., and Maryland was stripped of their cash. They took out all the cash from the banks. They put it into a plane, a Boeing 757 packed with cash, and they flew it to Iran, and they let these guys just, I don't know what the hell they did with it, but they took it and then gave them billions and billions of dollars and bribed them basically to be friends. And after giving them tens of billions of dollars, they screwed Obama, okay? That's not the way we play. No, we do it the old-fashioned way. And they should wave. They're very proud. Maybe you won't see a white flag, but essentially that's already what they should wave the white flag of surrender. In hockey they say uncle, right? When are they gonna cry uncle? But and they have another expression. If this were a fight, they would stop it. But we have to go out and we have to do it.
Finally, did a high-level statement from a UAE minister just hours earlier hint at the scale of what was about to unfold?
This is a sovereign decision that was taken after a very careful look at our whole strategies, including made it in the Emirates. So what does this decision do to the materials that our industries need here in the UAE? We will have a sense of freedom to produce what we require without joining any group, and that will give us a sense of planning, a sense of decision making when it comes to prioritizing our products that goes to the different industries. No, I think this is not the first time that a member country exit the group. It happened before, and the group has been relatively calm about it. Everyone realized that this is a sovereign decision. Everyone realized that UAE will be, as well, and as we said, a responsible producer. We're not new to this market. We understand it. We will always be acting responsibly, and we will be, as an individual producer, hopefully an enabler for growth. Hopefully we will contribute as well to the world stability between supply and demand. And I'm confident that we will be working with so many nations, including the members of OPEC and OPEC Plus, but bilaterally rather than as part of a group.
So you left on good terms?
Sorry?
So you left on good terms?
We left on a good term, and as I said, we are a responsible producer, and we have investors here. We're dealing with many of the world-class industrial countries that are dependent on us, and we owe it to those partners who elected to invest in the UAE to produce what the world requires without restrictions, with collaboration, of course, with the all other producers. And we will gauge our engagements based on the requirements of the market, as well as based on what we need to produce for our local industries here in the Emirates. Well, the best case scenario that no one should be allowed to control the Strait of Hormuz, period. That is the best case scenario. And we're hoping that the whole world will realize the impact of that a one single country or one single group of, I don't want to call them names, but that group definitely is not structured, nor looking at the future of the world, nor looking at the impact to the poor people in all over the world who are dependent on these commodities. The shock in the market is something that is impacting the poor nations. The shock in the energy is impacting the consumers. And it's not just something that is impacting the Gulf states or us in the UAE. I think UAE have defended itself. We're so proud, not only us as nationals, but everyone who lived among us. Everyone who lived here in this country, practicing their usual, going to restaurants, going to cinemas, going to work, have seen the capabilities of our heroes at the armed forces. We did defend ourselves. And UAE has a history, even before the formation of the country, of defending itself. We're tough when it comes to defending our families and whoever lives with us. So I have no doubt of our capabilities, but those capabilities, with made it in the Emirates, will go to the next level.
It's interesting, when EDGE was created around 6.5 years ago, there were some doubters outside that felt, yeah, maybe this is just a cosmetic activity. We will continue to buy everything from outside. The real defense capabilities will come from outside, and local capabilities will be just an accessory on the side. I think I'm proudly saying that during the last war, like no other time, the local defense industrial capability truly proved its worth during this war. A critical part of the defense of the UAE was defended using UAE national products produced in the UAE, developed in the UAE, and they played a pivotal part in the defense of the entire network here of the UAE. So this is a clear demonstration that we are able to develop, we're able to produce, and we're able to show its worth during the time that matters.